Begin.
Okay. So, for my poem, well, I just chose a speech by General Patton. It was a speech to the Third Army right before D-Day. And the reason I chose this is because General Patton is someone who really interests me, and the character of him is almost somebody bolder than anybody else. He stands out, and I think he embodies a lot of American values in his own personal character. And as you'll see in the speech, first, he's bold, he's brash, he's rough. And he's really, when you get down to it, just a man's man. He's just focused on winning wars, and that's basically it. There's actually said about him, the only thing about war, or about death he ever got wrong, was he predicted his own death to be a magnificent, glorious death, but instead he got into a car accident and died a few days later. Other than that, people said when it came to dying, General Patton knew what he was talking about. Also, he was revered by his men. He was someone who could really get to know a soldier, figure out what makes them tick, and inspire them to be better soldiers. He was also not very well liked by some of his superiors, and I think it's the same reason he wanted to be a soldier. And he thought about them a lot more than he thought about the people ahead of him, his superiors. So with that, I'll give you a speech. That was basically his rallying cry to his troops. And as the speech goes on, really look for the parts where he tries to fire them up, and the parts where he tries to relate to them, make them calm and realize that this is their duty, this is their job, and they'll do it well. So with that, General Patton's speech to the Third Army. Men, I know some of you have heard rumors being slung around by different sources that America wants out of the war, that we do not want to fight. That is a crock of bullshit. Americans love to fight. All real Americans love the sting and the clash of battle. You're all here today for 3 reasons. First, because you are here to defend your homes and protect your loved ones. Second, you're here for your own self-respect. Because today, there isn't anywhere else you'd rather be. Third, you are here you're here because you are real men. And real men like to fight. Everyone here today, when you were kids, you all admired the toughest boxer, the fastest runner, the big league ball player, or the All-American football player. Americans love winners. Americans do not tolerate losers. We despise cowards. And for this reason, America has never lost, nor will ever lose, a war. Because the very idea of losing itself is hated by the American people. Now, you're not all going to die. In fact, here today, only 2% of people would die in a major battle. Death is not to be feared. Death, in time, comes to us all. Even the coward will fight like a brave man, or he will be hell-whipped watching these brave men fight, even though they're just as scared as he is. The real hero is the man who fights, although he is scared. For some, they get over their fright under fire in the first minute. For some, it takes hours. For some, it may take days. But a real man will never let his fear of death overpower his honor, his duty to his country, or his innate manhood. You know, people say that I've been pushing my people too hard. I don't give a damn about these complaints. Because I believe in the old and sound rule that an ounce of sweat will save a gallon of blood. So the harder we we push, the more Germans we will kill. The more Germans we kill, the fewer of our own men will die. During this battle, I want you to remember that.